Not wearing masks, not enough social distancing, inadequate PPE, and cleaning supplies. Those are just some of the violations reported by Texas teachers in a new survey. Jason Miles has a closer look.
The Texas State Teachers Association, which also represents school staff across the state, surveyed more than 600 members and found violations in some 135 districts that the union claims put safety at risk. In many cases, those surveyed said protocols were not being followed, including mask usage and social distancing. This graphic shows the number of violations in different categories according to the survey.
We are not just griping because we don't want to go back. Everybody wants to go back to school. That's what we do. That's who we are. But we want to do it in a safe manner.
ISCs have found themselves in the middle of a debate that's dividing communities along cultural and political lines, along public health stances. They're doing their best to balance the needs of their communities and the lives of their students.
Districts have shown on social media and elsewhere many of the cleaning and safety protocols that are in place. Meanwhile, the union says some educators have retired early or even quit in order to make sure they remain safe. Back to you.
We'll pick it up from here. Thank you, Jason.